Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to Speak English Freely, where I, Teacher Max, that's my name. You can also call me NK24. But because I teach English on a daily basis, it's much better because most of my students know me as Max. So, for the purpose of this video here, especially for the English lessons, call me Max. So, this is my first video that I'm posting up on YouTube, and the reason why I'm starting this Speak English Freely show is because I really want to teach people how to speak English. I don't care about grammar rules, I don't care about prepositions, I don't care about structure and all of that stuff. I just want you to be able to speak English fluently. You don't need to be 100%, but you can actually be the best version of yourself. Doesn't matter whether you are like you don't know a word of English or you are quite an advanced student who is actually learning English. So, but before we actually begin, or before you even embark on this journey on perfecting your English speaking, there are five things that I need you to know that I would like to share with you so that you are aware before you begin this journey. You may have started this journey when you were younger, but I know for me personally, with so many things, I've had to literally recommit every single time. And every time I recommitted, maybe because I was older, I was more mature, I took something more seriously. So it could be that you see this video for the first time and you really want to recommit to actually improving your English. And that's what I want. You probably might not, understand it the first time, but it might actually make sense to you. So the top five things that I really want to actually share with you first is the first one is why. Most people never start with the why, they always start with the how. The why is really important because once you know the why, there's so many reasons why people want to learn English. It could be for social reasons, it could be for, work. I had a student tell me that I need to improve my English, otherwise I'm going to lose my job. You see, that's a more serious. Then you get students who actually want to actually learn for the sake of communicating and being a fluent English speaker. Most of the people do it for traveling because the traveling experience is not so good. So, depending on the reasons, the why is really important. If you want to pass a master's program, then the why is probably much more stricter than the person who just wants to speak casually. Because you need to know your grammar, you need to know your grammar, you need to know your punctuation, all of that. But the why is really important. And once you actually know the why are you doing this? For example, why am I teaching you English? Why? Because from a young age, I've always loved helping people. But, actually, I've always wanted people to help me. And luckily, along my journey in many different things, business, whether it was career, or when I needed help, someone, brought a lending hand. And so I want to reciprocate that actually. So the why is really important. Really, write down your reasons as to why, because that is going to lead you to the next thing that I say. The next part, after you know your why, it goes to commit. Oops. Yeah, commitment. That's the second part. And commitment is actually probably one of the most important things. The beauty about these first two things is that they don't require you to be a perfect, fluent English speaker. You just need to make a decision, decide as to why you are doing this, make a decision to commit, because once you know the why, then you need to decide how many lessons, how much practice am I going to put into this? For example, someone who wants to win a gold medal and someone who just wants to take part in the Olympics have got a different level of commitment, and this is the same here. Depending on the why, it will lead to your commitment. Once you've made the commitment, it's really important for you to understand this part here. Third part. Practice. If you don't practice, you will never ever learn any skill. English is a skill, And just like a muscle, I've just started getting back into working out, and I am literally just practicing. I need to get my body back in shape, and I need to practice. It just doesn't happen. I've always said the magic happens in the homework. What do I mean by that? I teach English on a daily basis, and I find that I only spend 45 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour with the student. I can only get so much done. After that is the time where they need to go and practice. So I'm encouraging you to really spend more time practicing, less time actually watching me. Watch 10% of me. I would actually prefer that you actually practice more than you spend your time watching videos. Now, there is something that I really want to mention here, is that when you do this, when you start to practice, or you pick a person that you are going to, so you know your why, you made a commitment that I'm probably going to do this much practice, and then you start practicing. The next question is, who do I listen to? The best thing is to always listen to one source. Whenever you get two sources, you get confused. What do I mean by that? Most people are led into indecision. They don't know. So there's a phrase that goes, what is worse than one bad coach or one bad teacher? Is two great ones, because they might both be right, but they say it in different ways. So you're conflicted. You don't know what to do. So that's really important for you to actually know. So pick a person, pick a source, and then you use that material to actually practice, and you go deep on it. All right. The next one that's really very important is misunderstood words. Okay, now this is going to be your biggest barrier. This is going to be your biggest barrier in learning English. Why do I say that? Because I know with me and my study, whenever I gave up on studying, that's because there was something I did not understand. And that is the reason why most people give up learning anything or studying anything, because there's something they did not understand. So understanding that there will be a barrier of misunderstood, you just need to push through. You need to do the diligent work. The practicing is really going to get you through this part here, the misunderstood. So the misunderstood words, which is actually going into the dictionary, understand what the word means, understand where it actually originates from, understand, most importantly, how to apply it. This is what this is about. It's about learning how to apply words, not just knowing it for the sake of knowing. Then the last tip basically is going to be this one here. Last one is going to, you need to understand that it's just going to be a process. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be a zigzag, like that, like that, like that. There will be times where you'll quit. I know, I've quit. But then if you're like me, I wake up 2 days later and I realize, oh my gosh, I need to get back and try this again. And the confidence goes up. And so the zigzag goes like that. It's not a graph that's going to go like that. It's always going to be a zigzag, but the trend is going upwards. Your confidence will get better. Everything will get better. And you just need to understand it's a process. It's not going to take, it's not going to have to happen in one day. It's going to take to about even 3 years of dedicated practice, and the why and the commitment is what's going to get you over these hurdles and these barriers that you'll come across. You will stop actually making excuses. And so once you understand it's a process, once you know that something is a process, it takes time. So you don't take it in large chunks, you take it in small bite-sized chunks. And so what do I mean by that? I mean that it's much better to actually practice English 10 minutes a day, practice speaking English 10 minutes a day, than doing 1 hour session once a week. That consistency is going to help you exponentially. So it's really important. Thank you so much. This is going to be the first episode. The next episode, we're really going to start talking about grammar rules. But we're going to spend 10 minutes on grammar rules, and then we're going to just focus on application and examples after that. We're going to be posting a lot of material once you put a website up, free material to help you speak better. Remember, I just want you to be able to express yourself freely. And you can't do that if you can't communicate. So I really encourage you to really subscribe to this channel and actually just start following us. Post on the comments questions. We will reach out to you and actually give you solutions to the current problem you're facing. Otherwise, Teacher Max out here. Speak English freely. Thank you so much. See you in the next lesson.